Hey guys, Keilan here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you are a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back to see me. So in today's video, I'm really going to be showing you guys some kind of like my first impressions with some products that I just picked up. The eyeshadow is one of them, and so is my foundation. So if you guys would like to see that, just keep on watching. So I just came back from the grocery store and I had picked up like a ton of, well, not a ton, but I got some new products that I wanted to use in this video. So a lot of this is going to be kind of like a first impressions type of video because I've never tried some of the products. So first I'm just going to go ahead and start off with priming my face. My face is clean. I've moisturized and everything, but I'm going to prime my face. And what I've really been liking to do lately is using the NYX, it's got powder on it, sorry, but the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. And I know a lot of people have compared this to the Hourglass primer. But I haven't tried, well, I've tried a sample of it, I think once, but I can't really remember how it really worked. But I can say I really do like this product. But I've been taking this and the Too Faced Hangover Replenish Face Primer, and mixing these two. This is more of like a matte kind of fill in the pores type of primer, where this one is more just like a hydrating primer. And I do have oily skin. I don't know if you can tell a little bit. It's kind of like my moisturizer, but I am a little oily right now. But I have oily skin, so I don't really, if I'm going to be using a matte product, I like to use this kind of underneath it, because I know that the matteness of the foundation or whatever I'm using is going to kind of like suck the oil out. So I don't want my face to get overly dry, so I'll use like a hydrating primer underneath, which would be something like this. But what I've been liking to do lately is mix these two together to kind of give my face a little hydration, but as well as keep it matte, because it is winter, and so in the wintertime your skin tends to get drier. So I've been mixing these two, so I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my face really quick. So I'm just gonna take about like a pump of that, and then like a squirt of that, kind of a squirt or two of that, and just mix them together. And then go ahead and start. If I'm looking over this way, my mirror is this way, so sorry, I probably should pin my hair back, but just gonna go ahead and start priming my face. I don't know what's been going on lately, but my face has been breaking out like crazy, and I don't really know why. But hopefully the stuff that I'm going to be using today will nicely cover up those scars and pimples. So like what you're seeing right now is just kind of like the aftermath. My face was breaking out, but now I have like scars on my face from where I pick up my face. I'm one of those. I know it's such a horrible habit, but I do pick up my face. So after I've primed my face, I do tend to go in with a concealer. I like to apply my concealer first before I apply my foundation. I don't know why. I think usually, well, I know why. The reason I first tried it was because one time I had got a concealer that was a little too light, and so to calm it down, I kind of just applied it first and then applied my foundation over it, so that way it wouldn't be too bright. But I kind of like the way that it, ended up turning out. So that's what I've been doing and have kept doing so. Today for concealer, I'm going to be using the ColourPop concealers, the No Filter concealer, and I'm going to be using the color Golden 40 first, and then on top of that I'll be using the medium 30 concealer. And so I really like these. I know I'm probably really late on like reviewing these, but I really like them. The formula is really nice, and I love how it dries down and it's really matte. I really like that because again, I have super oily skin. So I'm gonna just layer those on together. And then I take my little beauty blender and just blend it on out. So now that I've kind of blended that out, I am going to go back with Golden 40 because that's kind of more like my skin color. And I'm just going to kind of spot conceal these little marks here. And I also like this concealer too because you can wear it alone as a foundation. Like if you can find your color, you can just wear it by itself, and I've definitely done that before. The only thing I didn't like is because it's so matte. For me, maybe I just didn't apply it correctly, but it got kind of cakey after a while, like just really powdery. I just didn't like the way it looked after a while when I had, because I wore it to work and I worked for like 8 hours. So after a while, I didn't really like the texture of my skin, the way it was looking. With just wearing this wearing it as a foundation. So I don't really do that anymore, but I do like it as a concealer underneath my foundation. It just really wears beautifully, and I definitely would recommend those to anybody. They're very affordable, and they have a wide variety of colors that I feel like really a lot of people can find their color and really be satisfied with. So today I'm going to be trying this new foundation. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. I have not tried this yet, and I know it's not new to the market, but this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Demi Matte Finish Foundation, and this claims to be up to 24 hours worth in wearing it, and it should be, you know, looking good. And I'm going to be trying kind of like the matching powder with it, and I mean they're not the same color, I guess, because this is the color 108 caramel beige and this is the color 600 golden beige, but this is the Pro Matte Infallible Pro Matte 16-hour powder matte finish foundation. So I'm gonna be trying these two together. So I really like the packaging of this. I'm gonna test it out today and see if I really like it and if I really think it's worth the $10, but just going to put a dot of that on my hand, and hopefully this will be my color. I don't know. And I tend to not use brushes. I use like a sponge, so I'm going to blend this out with a sponge. So this did say it is a demi matte. It didn't say anything about the coverage, if it's like full or, oh, it says it's medium coverage, which I'm okay with. I'm not really a full coverage foundation girl. I kind of like a medium or a light coverage. So that's something I can work with. So I'm just gonna start blending this out. Looks like it might be my color. Okay, so it's definitely not a full coverage, which it doesn't claim to be full coverage, but it blended out really nice for one squirt of it, and looks like that this is my color. It didn't really cover my dark spots very well. I can still see I got one and some over here, so I'm just going to apply just a tad bit to those areas, just to see if it'll give me a little bit more coverage on those. But overall, I really like the consistency of it. It's very skin-like. I really like it. And I am not an expert on makeup, but I can tell you when I like something. And I like this. Y'all, I just struggled trying to open this. It had like the tape on it, but I really like the packaging once I got it open. So it opens here, and here's the powder. And then it also opens, if I can show y'all, it opens a second time to the mirror and the sponge. So that's really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with this, and I'm gonna take an e.l.f. Complexion brush and just go ahead and just set under my arm. Just set everything down. I really hope these are my color, because in person it looks pretty close, but I don't know how it looks on camera. I know that's looking a little light, but I will definitely warm up my face a bit. It might be a little light on me. It's so hard when you, for me, I know, it's really hard for me to find like my exact shade when I'm picking foundations, unless I get like matched in the store, which if you go to a grocery store or drugstore, you can't really pick or get, just kind of swatch your color, so it's really difficult. But I'm getting, you know, a little bit of practice on that. But anyway, moving on. So I've already kind of set that down. I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. palette. This is their contour palette, and this is in the color Deep. And I'm just going to warm up my face. And I'm going to take this color here and this color and just mix them together and just warm up my face a bit. And this is just a brush from Vanity Planet. I really like it, so. Just going to take my complexion brush and kind of just mix that in together so there's no harshness or kind of any, like muddiness or anything, to blend it all together. Okay, so I've kind of already got my base going, right? And so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my eyes, and I'm going to start with my eyebrows. So I'm gonna do that first off camera. You guys have seen me do those many of times. I'm gonna do that and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I've already applied my brows and they may not be perfect, but I'm really not going for like a super perfect look today. Like I said, I got newer products today, so I picked up a eyeshadow quad from Wet n Wild. If you kind of haven't realized, I'm doing more like drugstore products, with the exception of the primer that I use, the Hangover. That's not really a drugstore primer, but everything else is pretty much like drugstore. It's kind of the theme of this video. But I got this eyeshadow quad from Wet n Wild, and they've kind of redesigned the way their quads look. I know I used to use the, I think it's Walking on Eggshells quad that they had, and it's where like they had the it's the same concept here, but it's just they've redesigned it. Like the eyeshadows were kind of like this way instead of like this way. So anyway, it's not really that big of a deal, but this one I've never tried. This is kind of like a purple quad here. It's all like purple shadows, and you know what? I mean, typically pinks and reds are Valentine's Day colors, but I thought I would do something a little different. I'm sure everyone's going to be doing a lot of pink and red colored type eyeshadow looks, but I thought I'd do like a purple look. I mean, I think purple would be nice for Valentine's too. I don't think you have to wear red or pink. I don't know if that's a rule, or is that a rule? Do you have to wear those colors? So I'm going to try and come up with a purple look for a Valentine's Day look. So I've always been a fan of these quads because it tells you like what is what, or what goes where. Like this says this is for the eyes or eyelid. This is your transition color, your crease color, and your brow bone color. So it tells you this is perfect for people who are beginners. Even I'm not a beginner in makeup, but I'm definitely not an expert. So this is even good for someone like me, especially if you're on the go. It tells you exactly what you need to do and where those colors need to go. So just, you know, if you're on the go or you're in a hurry, definitely a good little quad to carry around in your purse, your makeup bag, all that. So I thought that I would use this to come up with a cute look for Valentine's Day. So I usually just wear browns. Like for my eyeshadows, I tend to use more natural colors, but I thought I would give it a go, and it's Valentine's, so why not experiment a little bit. So I'm just gonna take this this tapered blending brush by Crown Brush, or not Crown Brush, I'm sorry, by Luxie. This is the 205 brush, and I'm just gonna take that and dip that into my transition color, and there is a little bit of fallout there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending that on kind of like all over, just to get some like a base going on here. I have no idea where I'm going with this, but I'm just gonna follow along where it says that the colors are supposed to go, and hopefully this will be a pretty look. So I've got the transition color on, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into the eyelid color. Again, there is a little bit of fallout, so I would definitely tap your brush before you put that on. But let's go ahead and apply my lid color. So I've got the eyelid on, and I've noticed that like the transition color really went on smoothly and blended out really nicely, but the eyelid color, I don't know if it's because I needed like a primer or what, but it is. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but to me it just seems a little patchy going on. But again, that could just be me. Maybe I didn't apply it, you know, like I should have. Maybe I should have added something else to it. But anyway, that's on. And then now I'm going to be moving on to the crease color here. And this is just like a pretty shimmer, deep purple color. And we're just going to focus that on in the crease part, which I've heard so many different terms of what that like socket part of your eye is called. It's called, I know most people say the crease, but I've heard so many different words for what you call that, but I'm just gonna stick to crease. So I'm just going to take that crease color and just really focus it on that. So now that I have the crease on, I'm just gonna go back into that transition color and just blend out like the edges of that, so it's not too harsh and more like a subtle look. So then I'm gonna go into the brow color here, and I did use that for my, I used this brush for my lid, but I'm just going to kind of wipe it off on the back of my hand and go into this brow bone color. And I'm going to use this for my inner corner because it's such a lighter shade. It's really more of a, I don't know, like a shimmery white. I'm just going to use that for my inner corners and a little bit on the brow bone. Because it's so light, I don't really like really light colors like my brow bone. Like that's going to be like super stand out. I don't want that. So I'm just lightly gonna put that there, but I really wanna focus it on my inner corner, so I'm gonna get a different brush. I'm just taking this crown brush here. This is a shadow increase brush. I'm gonna take this in here and just really intensify that inner corner and kind of drag it like right in here. And then I'm gonna also take this same brush, I'm gonna wipe that eyeshadow off, and I'm gonna get this crease color here and just drag that on the bottom part of my lid, or my waterline, I guess. Not on the waterline, but like on the lower lash line, that's the word. I can kind of just blend that out. I'm also gonna take that same color I took for the lid and also like go, not so much, but like go on top of that just to lighten it up, but kind of blend it with that shadow that's in the inner corners of my eye. So I finished up the eyes with the shadow. I'm definitely gonna add some liner and some mascara and everything, but I really like the eyeshadow. It's a little patchy in some areas, which I don't know if that's just the way I applied it or what, but for a drugstore type of eyeshadow, it's very you can definitely see the color, like it's really pigmented, and overall I like the way it looks. So and I really didn't see any fallout on my, like, the rest of my face. Like I said, make sure you tap your brush off when you do use that, if you decide to use that quad, because there was a little bit of fallout when I dipped my brush into the palette. But now I'm gonna move on to my blush, and for blush I'm going to be using an e.l.f. palette here, and this is in the color Dark, and it has like these colors here in it, and I think I'm gonna use this darker shade here since I have like a purple look going on, and I'm just gonna take a Vanity Planet brush here, and I'm not really into the shimmery type of blushes, so that's kind of pinkish. I don't have a purple-ish like blush, so hopefully this will look okay. I'm just gonna take my complexion brush and kind of just blend that out. I'm not really a blush girl either, so I really don't like anything too out there, so I will blend that out a little bit. So it's just like a subtle color, subtle hint of color, but I've got that on, and then I'm gonna go back into that that bronzer palette that I used, the e.l.f. one, and I'm going to actually use, there's this like highlight shade here, or it's like a bronzer color, but I use it as a highlight, or I've been using it as a highlight, because I really like how subtle it is. I really like my makeup to look really natural, kind of like, I mean, which is, I know it's hard to do when you have makeup on, but I don't really like very intense makeup, so I tend to go for colors that are more natural, which is why like this is a lot for me to wear, like this purple eyeshadow, because I tend to just use browns, or it's really like maybe boring colors, I guess, or not boring, I guess more neutral colors, or just warmer colors. Really, I really just tend to stick to that, something that's more of a natural look. So yeah, that's why I don't really post a lot of like eyeshadow videos or anything like that, because I really don't, you know, really, I'm not really good at that, at like exploring more colors other than the browns and champagnes, and yeah, so that's why. But I am going to get better at that, and I'm going to try and, you know, introduce more things to my life, introduce more colors, so I can get some videos out to you guys, because I'm learning. Just like if you guys are watching these videos to learn, I'm learning too. So so you can see, like, it's just like a subtle highlight, a subtle glow on my face. It's not anything too intense. So I use that for my highlighter. Then I'm just gonna go back and finish my eyes. So going back to my eyes, I'm just gonna be taking this boysenberry pencil to fill in on my waterline. This is by Pencil Me In, and I think I got this in an Ipsy bag I got a while ago. I never really used this color, but I thought it would look really nice with the purple eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna apply that on my waterline. So I definitely feel like that liner kind of deepened up the purple, but it wasn't a lot. It's not a lot of color payoff with that pencil, so figured I'd use that. And then I'm going to also take this e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to just line the top of my eyelid. I also picked this back up because I have been using this for a while. I really like this mascara, and I think a lot of people have been comparing it to the Too Faced one, and I really think it's really close. I really like this. So this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Last Paradise mascara in Blackest Black, and I really have been liking this mascara. So I'm going to use that to for my eyelashes. And if you make a mistake with your mascara, like I did, just let it dry and then you can kind of like pick it off later. So I'm taking a Q-tip and I'm just going where I messed up, and no makeup is ruined or anything. And it took that right off. So I have my mascara on, and I like lashes. I absolutely love lashes, but I am not good at putting them on, and it's just too much of a hassle. So I just put mascara on. You can definitely jazz the look up with applying your favorite lash, but I'm just gonna keep it here with my mascara. Absolutely love this mascara. I feel like it gives you volume, and on top of that, gives me great length to my lashes. So I would definitely get your hands on this if you can. It's really affordable. I think it was like $8 maybe, which is a lot less expensive than the Too Faced one. So I definitely would pick this up if you have a chance. So we're just about finished. I finished everything else but my lips, and you definitely can go for something more bold, like a purple type of lipstick, which I can put that on or let you guys see what purple lipstick would look like. And I'm just gonna put this on without a liner. So you can definitely wear it with a bolder lip like this. This is a purple liquid lipstick in the color Ion from BH Cosmetics. I would probably be a little more subtle because I'd want the color or the look to really be focused on my eyes, but you can definitely go for a bolder look and apply some purple liquid lipstick or purple lipstick in general, or gloss. It would definitely look really pretty, but I will probably do a more simple look with like just a nude lipstick, which I'll show you guys that as well. For my nude look, I'm going to be using this NYX lip liner in the color Nutmeg, as well as this Buxom lipstick in the color Sydney, and this Fenty gloss on top. So that's all I really have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or comment down below and let me know if you guys enjoy these kind of talk through tutorials. I can definitely do more, and comment down below if you plan on wearing something other than pink or red for Valentine's Day. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!